Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, here to bring you my Simply Saturday video. So we are on number 41, which is week 41 that we've been doing this, and I kind of remind you guys of that every week. I don't know why, but it just seems, I can't even believe that I've been doing this 41 weeks. It doesn't seem like it's been going on that long. And so, you know, my cards on Simply Saturday is just that what it says. So they're simple, and that so that if you have not enough time to make cards, you know, what you really want to do and stuff maybe, but you want to do something quick, that's what I'm here for, to give you ideas so that you can do those quick cards. And I just want to let you know that Stampin' Up is going to have another sale starting August the 5th. I had to think about this. August the 5th, the new in colors are going to be on sale. It's going to have, I think it'll be like the ink pads. It's going to have a lot of stuff in it that'll pop up, and you can actually, after August 5th, go and look up, yeah, just went right out of my head. The in colors. You can look up the end colors and it'll tell you what's on sale and give you the sale price and stuff. So, but there's going to be a lot of stuff on sale, so you might want to take advantage of that at 15% off. So that's better than actually getting free shipping. So if you need that kind of stuff, also remember, if you're in Ohio, I know Ohio is one of them, our no tax days are going on, and there are a lot of items. In fact, let me get this paper when I turn the camera down. I have a paper listing all the states and listing all the stuff at Stampin' Up that you can buy for no tax if you are living in a state that does sales taxes. So just wanted to let you know that. And I think that is about it. My brain's like kind of fried. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I mean, not just with Stampin' Up, I got a lot of stuff. It's the end of the month, you know, with church stuff, being the secretary and all that. So I've had to get some stuff, a little bit of stuff done with that. So just been a busy, busy, busy day. So anyway, I'm going to turn my camera down, and guess what we're doing? We're doing a Halloween card, and it's only August. And I usually, and for one thing, I never really do Halloween cards because I don't send them. My grandkids, all but one of them, he's 10, are older, and I just don't send out Halloween cards and stuff, so I've never been a big one to do those. But I love, love, love everything about Halloween, the stamps and that, the cute stamps and all that. I just love it. So this year I told myself, you're going to make some Halloween cards. So I've actually done 2. I've done what I'm doing tonight, and then I just did a swap with some friends of mine that we meet every Monday night. And we decided to do a swap with some of what's come out new on the online exclusives over the summer. And so I'll have to show you that one too, because it's really, really, really cute. Hope it's not a spoiler alert because they haven't gotten them yet, but you know, we're not a real stickler that you can't show anything, so I'll be able to show it to you. So let me turn my camera around. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to refresh that camera, that modem. And look, there's Miss Moxie. She's sleeping. She's my baby. If anybody doesn't know, I have a cat. Haven't had one in 18 years, but I have her, and I absolutely love that little animal a whole lot. So there we go. We've brought that down. I'll see if I need to bring it down further here in a second. But let me get this paper on the no tax deals. So here is the paper for back to school tax holiday information. This is a list of what's Stampin' Up has that you can get that you don't have to pay sales tax on if you're one of those. Here are the different states and when they are doing their no tax holidays, and if they have any exemption limits. Let me bring that in a little further so that you can see it really good. So I hope that does a little bit better. You can actually take a screenshot of that if you would like to. And that way you can blow it up and see it the way you need to see it. So there it is for you. And Ohio's right here, July 30th to August the, I can't even see, 8th. August the 8th. So we can buy a lot of stuff on that list. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Also, there will be a PDF for this card. This is the card we're doing today. There will be a PDF. There is a PDF for this card. It will be up on the Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP. If you need to go over there and snag it off of there. If you're watching YouTube, you can go join my Facebook group and you can snag these off of there. They're just the Simply Saturday ones. Mainly gives you a picture and the dimensions and stuff that you need, but other than that, excuse me, it's not real detailed instructions. And then on the inside, I just actually stamped some bats, matted that, and called it a day. This is going to be a fast card. So we are going to do 2 of them today, which is like what we have been doing. I'm going to be doing the exact same one that we did, plus I'm going to be doing one out of orange. So first off, I will go over that, but first off, what I want to do is for this one, I didn't punch my circle yet. This is a 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch that out so that we have that done. I'm going to move this camera up just a hair to give me more room to work with. Put myself in such a low spot that I sometimes make it to where we can't see. So let me tell you the card dimensions and everything here. So we've got a card that's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 and folded. We have a piece of black. This is pumpkin pie, and this one's petunia pop. We have basic black that's 5 1/4 by 4. We have our DSP, which is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Then for the inside, we have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 and 5 by 3 3/4 for our inside, and that's on both sheets. Plus, you have a 2 3/8 inch circle. And then we have a 1/2 inch scrap that we're going to be doing the Happy Halloween. Now, I do have to tell you, my Happy Halloween comes from a retired set because I didn't have a Happy Halloween done like this that I could use that's not retired. And it is the Potions and Spells. And if you had Stampin' Up! Last year and did Halloween, I'm sure you have it. It was a great set. So I did use that. And from time to time, I am going to be using some retired stuff. I'm going to mix it with the new stuff because I really want to showcase new stuff. But if I can't find something in what I have, and I can go back to my old stuff, I will bring something out just so that I can showcase that. Here's Spooky Halloween. This is a new one. And I'm using the cat, the bats, and that's about it on this one. And then I got Elements of Text, which is an online exclusive, and I'm using this little splatter right here. So, and the bats that's on the card came from the Spooky Halloween dies, and it's these little 2 bats right here that I used. So that is what we are using on the card. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 circles. And I'm going to bring in, look at me, I decided to use this for scratch paper today. I'm going to bring that in, and this is the little splatter I was talking about from the Elements of Texture. And I am going to bring in Smoky Slate ink, I'll lay that right there. And I'm just going to ink up a few spots here and there. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same here. You notice I'm not even really caring about what I'm doing too much. Just making some spots. So we have that. While we have ink out, we're going to go ahead and do our other stamping for our inside. We're going to bring the bats in with the Memento ink. Make sure I get my bats flying the right way. I'm going to have to put a bat right there because I just stuck my finger in something. I don't know what that was. So this one's going to have bats right over here. Can't make any mistakes, you know. We always get that opportunity to change it up just a little bit. So there we go. We have our bats. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to stamp my Happy Halloween on my pieces of my 1/2-inch pieces that I just had and lost and all that stuff. So let's do this one first. Get the stamp again going the right way. So let's just Happy Halloween. I do love Halloween. I love to see the kids dressed up. I love to hand out candy. Just like all that part about it. I'm not into all that paganistic stuff about it. I'm here, you know, my kids only knew that Halloween was to have fun, dress up, and go get candy. And that's what they did. We never once thought of it of anything else but. So, okay, now we have our circles done. We're ready to put together. So let's put this with this. Let's get our little bearings together so that we can have at least somewhat of organized piles. So all I'm going to do here is take and that's sticking. I'm going to take and put this on my piece of black. I like this little piece of paper. It's cute. This is one of the specialty paper packs, and it actually has some die cuts in it. And it has some already mats that you can use. It's got a lot of different things. And then it's got, this is the only piece of printed paper it actually has that's really printed. The rest of it is, well, there's some die cuts. Then we have this orange with little characters dressed up. And then we have these that you can cut out as tags. We have little haunted house windows. You can either use it as the whole piece of DSP, or you can cut that up. And then we have the one I'm using now, which is this one. And then you saw that. And then we have this purple. And you're going to see that in the card that I made already, that I'm going to show you at the end. My card I did for a swap. And you're really going to see it because you're going to like it. So we have that one on there. Let's do this one. And then we're going to put ribbon on. Because if you notice, I have a little piece of ribbon around that. So Just go ahead and put our papers on. Okay, now let's do some ribbon. For on the orange one, I've got, now this is pumpkin pie I'm using, but this is actually Timid Tiger ribbon, because I don't have any pumpkin pie ribbon, but it blends so well with it that that's what we're going to use. So what I'm going to do is bring in my Stampin' Seal. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that so that we can add that down here towards the bottom. Let that stick on, and we can cut this off. Okay, there's our orange color. And then we're going to use the look how pretty that Petunia Pop ribbon is. Can you see the glittery shine in that? It's very pretty. So we're going to go ahead and that to roll up. There we go. Finally. Go ahead and cut that off. I'll bring this one around. So there we go with those. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and glue these onto our card fronts. Make sure you put, when you do this, if you're putting ribbon, make sure you put glue over top of your ribbon so that glues down to your card base. So let's put that on here. These are such easy, cute cards. And then we're going to put this one on this card over here. Move that ribbon out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and glue my bases, my inside bases together. And we'll go ahead and use those. Just get everything out of the way. So we can go ahead and put that down. Open the card. This card is so cute, but yet so easy to do. And it looks like you did a lot to it, but you didn't. So let's just crease that. I hadn't creased that real good yet. So let me put this one together. I tell you what, our weather here is lovely. Oh my gosh. So my daughter and her husband and her youngest son are camping. And so we may be riding out there today. We haven't fully decided, but we are thinking about it because it's so pretty. It's a nice drive. It's about an hour away. So it's a nice drive. So there we got our inside done. We've got this ready. So this is going to go on here, and this one's going to go on here. And it doesn't matter how. There's no right, wrong, you know, up or down. You just stick it on. So there we have that. Now let's take our sayings and then just trim those. I can keep that one. I might have a little saying at some point in time to do. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm just going to take my Stampin' Seal. Put that on, and I'm going to just put this down on the card. Like so. Do the same for this one. And I'm trying to get it all the way covered to give it a nice full coverage on there. So there we go with that. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put our bats on. So, and I'm going to turn these to the back side, and you can feel the difference. You can tell the back side it's a little rougher than the front side. So we're going to turn those over because we're going to put a dimensional in each one of them to kind of hold the bats up. And I did 4 on each one. I know they say do things in odd numbers, but the size of the bats, I like the 4. Plus there's 2 on that die, so when you're cutting them, makes a nice easy number to cut. So we're just going to take our mini dimensionals, and we're just going to add 1 into the center of each one of these little bats. You know what I found out? An interesting fact I didn't know about bats is if you get a bat in your house and say it's, you know, like wakes you up in the middle of the night or whatever, or anything, I think it's not even just that. Excuse me. But anyway, if it gets into your house and that you are supposed to go get a rabies shot for that, because bats, you can't feel them bite you and they don't leave a mark. I did not know that, and my daughter was talking to a friend of hers that knew a friend that just happened to them and they had to get the rabies shots. And my granddaughter, who's going to school to be a veterinarian, she's right now taking a class and they're doing a section on rabies, and she said she just found that out. I don't think she was sure of that either, the way she talked. But yep. So make sure bat doesn't get in your house. We've had bat in our house 3 times. It's been a long time ago, but my granddaughter, I said, well, we had bat in our house like 3 times, Carrie, and she said, well, you're still here, so I guess you didn't get rabies. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess that's true. So anyway, but I just thought that was a kind of a tidbit. I haven't researched it, but that was, I don't like that one there. I don't know where I want him. I think he's going to go right there. Okay, let's put these on. But anyway, yeah. That was our conversation over dinner the other night. Talking about bats and rabies. Don't even know how we got on that conversation, but we did. You notice I'm not really worrying about where I'm putting these bats. I'm just putting bats on my card. I don't like things to be so uniform that it looks like it was made at Hallmark. Better way of putting it. And then I'm going to bring in some of the, these are the in color dies. So I am going to use the, Petunia Pop on this. And I'm just going to maybe, and you can, I'm putting the bigger ones on here. I think they'll show up better. So there's 3 of those on there. And then I put 2 little ones and I put them down here on my first card. I think I'll do that again. And then I'm going to see if these peach pie ones, and I think they're going to blend enough to use some of those. Yeah, that's going to be good. Can you hear Moxie? That's her collar rubbing against the table because she's decided that she needs to take a bath. She just about fell off the table. Silly cat. Silly cat. So anyway, there is our cards. And then here's the one I already made. Aren't those cute little quick Halloween cards? I love the bats. I went ahead and, as you can see, I die cut me a whole bunch of bats so that I'll have them all ready because I'm going to make some more of these little cards. I maybe even going to send Halloween cards out now. So if you're watching, you're still watching, don't forget to make a comment in the comments to let me know that you were here, and share my video if you will. Give me thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, whatever. Your name will go in for a drawing for a card. I do give a card away, so do that. But I do want to show you my card I made, and I hope it's right here. I did this for a swap, and that's when, you know, if you're not a demonstrator, it's where you get together with some demonstrators and you all make cards, you send them to each other or whatever. And we just did this, and this is my card. Let me get these out of the way. So, and here's my card. And this is from that stamp set, the Spooky Halloween. And I used the bats again, and then the kitten is right here. And there is a die for that. There's also a haunted house. This is a tag that's got a bat imprinted on it. There's a fence. That's a broom. And what's these 2 things? Oh, the pumpkin. So you can cut 2 pumpkins at a time. So that's what those are. Really cute stuff. Cute stuff. But there's my card that I did, and you open it up and it's like that. And this is the glimmer paper we have. It's the 2024, 2026 in colors, which are not the newest in colors. They carried over from last year. The Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Peach Pie, if I didn't say that one. So that's what these colors are. So that's my card that I made that I'm sending out to people. And then this is my card that I made for Simply Saturday. This one was a lot more involved than this Simply Saturday one was. But it was fun nonetheless. Just took a lot longer. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope that you share it. I hope that you comment. And hopefully when I put your name in my wheel of names, then hopefully one of you guys will be a winner and be able to get one of these cards. So don't forget Tuesdays, I have my Facebook lives that I do at 10 o'clock. And then sometime on Tuesday, I usually try to get my video up on YouTube. So be watching for that. And I will see everyone later, and have a great weekend. Bye.